Welcome and thank you for being here. My name is Katie Arnold. This semester in English 1 with Dr. Tara Buck, I explored multiple genres of writing: reflection, narrative, concept definition, evaluation, and visual analysis. My presentation is titled Celebrating My Writing Journey. I'll share the pieces I'm most proud of, what they taught me about English, and how I'll use these skills in my future as a trauma informed counselor and advocate. In my reflection essay, I showed how metacognition recognition strengthens clarity and communication. I'm proud because it taught me to slow down and analyze my own writing process, not just the final product. What I learned in English is that reflection is a genre that builds self awareness and helps writers improve through revision. In the future, I'll use reflection in professional self evaluations and to model reflective practice for survivors. In my literacy narrative, When Life Gives You Lemons, I show that literacy is storytelling. It's a trauma-informed tool for healing, connection, and transformation. I'm proud because I introduced a character I created, Lemon, that symbolizes resilience and showed how storytelling can heal. What I learned in English was that narrative writing isn't just personal, it's rhetorical, shaping meaning for an audience. In the future, I'll use narrative to share survivor stories, write case studies, and create advocacy materials. In my Defining a Concept essay, Resilience is the Psychology of Bouncing Back, Turning Adversity into Strength and Growth. I'm proud because I clearly define resilience using research and examples, making a complex idea accessible. What I learned in English was that expository writing requires precision and clarity, defining terms so audiences understand. I'll use expository writing to explain trauma-informed concepts in training guides, curricula, and policy briefs. I did an evaluative essay over narrative therapy with children. I showed that it had strong trauma-informed insights, but it was weakened by informal style and poor citations. I'm proud because I balance praise with critique, showing I can evaluate sources fairly and thoughtfully. What I learned in English was that evaluation means applying criteria, clarity, credibility, and relevance so that you can judge quality. In the future, I'll use evaluative writing to assess programs, review curricula, and write grant evaluations. I did a visual analysis over Create's knowledge of self. I showed how he used fragmentation and color to symbolize identity recovery, making art a rhetorical tool for healing. I'm proud because I connected visual art to rhetorical appeals, showing how ethos, pathos, and logos exist beyond text. What I learned in English was analysis isn't limited to words. Multimodal literacy means interpreting images, symbols, and design. In the future, I'll use analysis to interpret youth art, connect visuals to trauma informed dialogue, and support identity reclamation. Across all of these essays, I'm proud because each one stretched me in a different way. Reflection taught me self awareness, narrative taught me storytelling is healing, expository taught me clarity, evaluation taught me critical judgment, and visual analysis taught me multimodal literacy. Together, they show me that English is about flexibility, audience awareness, and connecting these ideas across genres. In my future career, I'll use these genres every day. I'll use narrative to tell survivor stories and in case studies. I'll use expository writing for guides, curricula, and policy briefs. I'll use evaluative writing for program assessments and grant proposals. I'll use analysis for interpreting youth art, giving feedback, and in collecting data. I'll use reflection for professional growth and modeling for survivors. I'm proud of these assignments because they aren't just schoolwork. They're tools I'll carry into advocacy and in my education. English 1 showed me that English is not just about grammar or assignments, it's about learning how different genres communicate meaning. I'm proud that I can now use narrative to tell stories, expository writing to explain concepts, evaluative writing to judge quality, analysis to interpret text and visuals, and reflection to grow as a writer. These English skills will carry into my future career, where writing becomes a tool for resilience, advocacy, and healing. Thank you.